Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to explore this tiny device. So this one is called Sony Xperia Neo V, released back in 2011. This was a budget device back then. As you can see here, this device does look like a sports car. Sony actually released few devices look like this. There was a PlayStation phone which you can slide and play games. So that device also looks pretty much similar to this. And going with the physical overview of the device, it got a 3.7-inch TFT display. There is a VGA front camera. So these buttons are physical buttons and you can press them. Right hand side, we have our power buttons, volume rockers and a dedicated shutter button. On the back, we got a 5 megapixel autofocus camera with flash. And here is a microphone hole and the speaker grill is here. Left hand side, we don't have anything actually. On the top, as you can see here, there are two ports actually. So one of them actually mini HDMI port. So it does support HDMI 1.4. So you can watch movies or play games on your TV. And we got 3.5mm headphone jack. And there is another port which is for syncing data and charging the device, which is micro USB port. So now let's check out what we are getting with this device. So the spec of this device actually, it got 1 gigahertz single core processor with 512 MB of RAM, and the internal storage is only 300 MB, but you can put SD card here. And the spec is pretty much similar to this device, which I have reviewed few days ago, and you can check out that video. This one is a really cool device. So let's explore this device. Open it. So now this device is running on actually Android 2.3.6 or 4 maybe. So let's go check. So it is running on Android 2.3.4 Gingerbread. Now this device can be updated to Android 4.0, but actually it's kind of difficult to update right now. The update process from device doesn't work, and the Sony Xperia tool doesn't recognize this device, so you cannot update. Only way you can update this device right now, you have to flash the device to the Android 4.0. But the main issue is you can't really find the firmware for this device. Right now, there are few model of this device like MT11I, A or something else, M maybe. But I did able to find firmware for MT11I, but could not able to find for my specific device. So I could not able to update this device. So in terms of usability of this device, you can't do much with this device right now. As you know, Android 2.36 is already abandoned long time ago, so you can't really do much with this. But anyway, let's see what we can do with this device. First of all, as this device does support 3G and you can still make phone calls and messaging, so all those tasks still can be done. And the music player is awesome, so you can like listen to the music without any kind of issue, and you can put your SD card. So let's try the speaker. The speaker's actually pretty good.
If our love was a fairy tale, I would charge and invest you.
The speaker is really good actually. It's good for this kind of speaker, and 3.5mm headphone jack does provide really good output, so there is nothing to complain. And in the setting, we do have few other options to play with. You can go with wireless and network. You can connect to the Wi-Fi, and also you can use this device as a hotspot for your another device. And there is location and other things, and the map which built in here still works. Obviously it is not really reliable that much right now because the map is not updated, but the map still works and it still can detect my location without any kind of issue. There are a few more things you can do. In terms of browsing, the browser is already outdated. You can sideload browser here actually if you want. So the Wi-Fi is connected. So if I search google.com right now, so let me go to google.com. As you can see, it's pretty fast in terms of opening the page. But if I try YouTube, as YouTube already shut down for this kind of devices, so YouTube not going to work. So if I try YouTube, so it will ask me to update the device to Android 4.0. So as I said, it's really difficult to update this device right now to Android 4.0. If you can, I think you can still watch YouTube videos without any kind of issue. Rather than that, there are few application, built-in application like YouTube, which doesn't work anymore. As you can see, retry. And there is also Facebook application, which might work, but I'm not going to try. And there are a few other things like Gmail and other things, but main issue with Gmail is that you cannot log in anymore. So even if you try, you can't really log in anymore. So because of that, you cannot access marketplace or Play Store anymore. So in terms of those kind of thing, you can't really do much. And the last thing which you can do with this device is taking pictures. So the 5 megapixel camera does work. So you can press and hold this button and it will launch the camera application, as you can see here. So you can, like, as it is a two-stage shutter button, so you can focus and click picture with this button, and it does take decent picture for 2011, quite good. But for today's, it is really garbage picture. And as you can see here, then the VGA front camera is for video calls only, but you can still take picture with that. In terms of video capability, this device can shoot up to 720p video and pretty decent videos, you can say. So there are a few other things you can do with this device. As you can see, portrait, landscape, night mode, beach and snow, sports and party. There are a few options, and you can choose the video resolution from here. You can shoot up to 720p, and also VGA, QVGA, VGA, and multimedia. So those things are available. And if you really want to play some games on this device right now, you have to sideload them, as internal browser will not allow you to download most of the application because already the browser is outdated. You can, like, download few browser, Opera Mini or something like that, and you can still make this device usable in terms of like making phone call and messaging, and also the music player is there. Rather than that, there is nothing much you can do with this device. Although it's a cool looking phone, but for today's world, there's nothing much left for this device. And I did try phone call and messaging with this device. Those works perfectly fine. Haven't faced any kind of issue. In terms of pictures and other things, as I said, I did take pictures. So if I go here, the pictures are pretty basic, and it does take time to load the picture because the single core processor doesn't do well. So as you can see, the pictures does turns out good, but not really that great. And as you can see here, pretty good for this kind of device, and there is nothing much you can do. So the quality is pretty decent for this kind of device. So there are few other applications which are pre-installed. So like there are like get games, which doesn't work anymore, and update center doesn't work anymore, app extra doesn't work anymore. So these all are gone. So this device is kind of stuck here. So in terms of usability, the phone calls, messaging, and music is still working. And if you really want to browse on this device, you can install or sideload a decent browser here, like VIA browser, which still maybe support older version of Android. Rather than that, nothing much you can do with this device. So that's all about Sony Xperia Newbie. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.